Welcome back to the Everyday English Podcast. I'm Kevin, and I'm here to learn how to be a better human, or at least how to manage my to-do list.
And I'm Sophia. We're here every day to chat about wealth, productivity, and self-growth, all while helping you improve your English listening skills.
Today, we have a very exciting topic. We are diving into the science of why we do what we do. We're talking about the famous book, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg.
It's a classic for a reason, Kevin. Most people think our daily actions are the result of decision-making, but they are actually just habits.
Speaking of habits, wait, Sophia, hang on a second. Do you want a potato chip?
Kevin, we just started recording, and didn't you say you were on a diet?
I am, but every time I sit down at this microphone, my hand just reaches for the bag. I don't even think about it. It's like my hand has a mind of its own.
See, that is exactly what we're talking about today. You aren't hungry, you're just in a loop.
A loop? Like a roller coaster?
Exactly, a habit loop. You have a trigger, you do the action, and you get a reward. In your case, the trigger is the microphone, the action is eating chips, and the reward is, well, salt and dopamine.
Wow, I feel exposed. But I think our listeners can relate. We all have those autopilot moments. Today, Sophia is going to teach us how to break those loops. Okay, Sophia, you mentioned the loop. How does this actually work in our brains?
According to Charles Duhigg, the habit loop consists of three parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward.
So for my chip problem, the cue is the microphone?
Exactly. The cue is a trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode. By the way, listeners, let's look at our first golden phrase. The word cue is what we call 提示 or 讯号 in Chinese. In the context of habits, it's the spark that starts the fire. Another important phrase is routine, which is 惯常行为 or 例行公事.
So the cue starts it, and the routine is what I actually do, like eating the chips.
Right. And the third part is the reward. This is why your brain remembers the loop in the future. If you get a hit of pleasure or relaxation, your brain says, hey, let's do that again next time we see that cue.
That makes so much sense. My brain thinks microphone equals stress, so chips equals comfort.
Precisely. To change a habit, you can't just use willpower. Willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired. Instead, you have to keep the cue and the reward, but change the routine.
So next time I see the microphone, I should do push-ups.
Maybe. If push-ups give you that same sense of relief or distraction, it might just work.
So we talked about the loop, but some habits feel more important than others. In the book, Duhigg talks about something called keystone habits. What are those?
This is a vital concept, Kevin. A keystone habit is a small change that starts a chain reaction. Listeners, here is our second golden phrase. A keystone habit translates to核心习惯 or 关键习惯. Just like a keystone holds an entire stone arch together, these habits hold your lifestyle together.
Can you give me an example? I need a keystone habit that isn't eating snacks.
A classic one is exercise. People who start exercising often start eating better, sleeping more, and being more productive at work. They didn't plan to eat better. It just happened because the exercise habit changed their self-image.
I've noticed that. When I go to the gym in the morning, I don't want to ruin it by eating a greasy burger for lunch.
Exactly. Another one is making your bed. It sounds small, but it's linked to better productivity throughout the day because it gives you a small sense of victory right at the start.
I think my keystone habit is checking my emails. But wait, that usually makes me stressed. Is there such a thing as a bad keystone habit?
Absolutely. Habits can build you up or tear you down. The key is to identify which ones are driving your other behaviors. If checking email leads to stress, which leads to snacking, which leads to a sugar crash, then that's a negative chain reaction.
This is honestly mind-blowing. I always thought I was just lazy, but it turns out I just have a lot of loops I haven't looked at yet.
It's empowering, isn't it? Once you see the cue and the reward, you can start to experiment.
I'm going to try this. Tomorrow, when I feel the urge to check my phone while working, which is my cue of being bored, I'm going to stand up and stretch instead. That's my new routine.
That's the spirit. And the reward might be that you feel more awake rather than feeling guilty for wasting time on social media.
Speaking of rewards, Sophia, you know what really rewards me? The support of our amazing listeners.
Nice transition, Kevin.
I'm learning. If you're enjoying this episode and finding these English tips helpful, please consider supporting us. You can buy me a coffee by clicking the link in our show notes. Your support helps us keep the lights on and the microphones running, and maybe it'll help me buy some healthier snacks.
In my opinion, supporting creators you love is a great habit to have. It creates a keystone habit of gratitude and learning.
We've covered a lot today. The habit loop, keystone habits, and how to swap a routine.
Remember, listeners, you can't truly extinguish a bad habit. You can only replace it. Your brain still has those old neural pathways. You just have to build new, stronger ones on top of them.
It's like building a new highway next to an old, bumpy road. Eventually, you just naturally take the new highway because it's faster and smoother.
Exactly. And don't be too hard on yourself if you fail once or twice. Habit change is a marathon, not a sprint.
So here is our challenge for you today, listeners. Identify one cue in your life. It could be a time of day, a certain feeling, or even a specific person.
Once you find the cue, identify the reward you're actually looking for. Are you eating because you're hungry or because you're bored? Are you scrolling TikTok because you want news or because you want a break?
Once you know the reward, try to change the routine just for today.
We'd love to hear your stories. Send us a message or leave a comment.
Thanks for joining us on the Everyday English Podcast. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Sophia. Keep practicing, keep building those good habits, and we'll see you tomorrow.